Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, it's a very weirdly shaped jellyfish, Kabla. Kind of looks like the number one. Crazy. Hi. How are we doing today, lovely?
Shall call him Squishy, and he shall be mine, and he shall be my Squishy. Come here, Squishy. Come here, little Squishy.
Kablablad resubscribed for 25 months. Wilma 25 heart.
Thank you, Kabla. I love you. 25 months. That's wild. My god. Are you a terrible day? No. What can I do? What do you need? I mean, I'm here now, obviously, but like, need anything special? Oh, is it Friday the 13th? I really don't keep an eye on the dates. You'd like a hug. Does the hug command work if I do... There you go. It's the best they can do from here. You know, I spent all day, so my hair's still wet. I spent all day dyeing my hair and it looks exactly the same. So I have green hands and green nails for no reason. Because it doesn't look any different. It still looks pale. Might be time to say goodbye to the green. What song is this? You are not alone. No. Don't like that. We are going to do more Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood today. It's been a little while since we've played it. 30th of August, apparently. We're 8 hours in. I think I'm roughly halfway through, so whilst I don't think we'll finish it today, I guess you never know. But I've only got 10 out of 28 achievements, so we'll have to work on that. I was going to do Cult of the Lamb, and then I remembered that the extension doesn't work. Or at least it doesn't seem to work for me anymore, even though it used to. So I don't really want to stream Cult of the Lamb until I can get that fixed. But I need to remember to message the devs and ask for help. Because I've tried everything at this point. Like, I've uninstalled it, reinstalled it, done the same with Cult of the Lamb. Like, I don't want to start a new save file, so we'll have to see if the devs can help. But okay. Let's head on over. Now, I muted the game because whilst you guys couldn't hear it, I very much could, and it was driving me mad. I think everything else was fine. Right. Where had we got to? I was flirting with the Grief, whatever her name is. I think. Okay. Where am I at? What have I got here? 26, 7. I've got so many of the air sign. Is that air or is that water, actually? Might be water. I've got a lot of it. Okay, so yes, Idana had died, I remember. Okay, so it looks like Dahlia wants to celebrate because Idana's dead. And Jasmine has some difficult news to share. Now, I can't imagine the difficult news is Idana's death. Do we want the celebration first or the potential for bad news first? I don't know which would be the better option. Maybe get the bad news out of the way. We'll do that. Such a cute design. Hello, Fortuna. I come with terrible news. I don't know how to say it. Idana is dead. You knew already? I don't know whether I should tell her that I met with Idana's corpse. Probably not. An arbiter told me. Oh yeah? How so? She's following my case and deemed it important to let me know. So the arbitrage office is still looking into your case? I'm glad to hear that. And how are you handling the news? I mean, both of these are correct. Shocked. Shocked, to be honest. Yes, this is going to be a tough blow for the Coven. The first order of business is to decide how to deal with Idana's corpse. What do you mean? There's an incredible amount of magic stored inside Idana's corpse, and now it's up to the Coven to decide how to handle it. One option is to devour her, so every witch in our Coven becomes stronger. The other option is to scatter her remains throughout the cosmos, so more witches can ascend. That way our clan could almost double in size. What's your stance on this? I believe we should devour her. I wasn't expecting that from Jasmine, I'm not gonna lie. Eat the witch. Changing government and all, I believe that it's not just the best time. It's just not the best time to receive that many new trainees. There's already enough turmoil in having to establish a new direction. We need to be stronger than ever for the sake of our sisters. I see. And speaking of that, I'm running for leader. I don't know if she'd make a good leader. She's not particularly, like, I'm sure she can be aggressive when she needs to. And we've seen that. She can be petty. Just not exactly great leadership qualities. Like, she needs to be able to put her foot down. I thought that the Coven could use some tender, loving care after Idana. Okay, yeah. Will you help me with your divination, Fortuna? Oh shit, because I predict the outcome. I don't want her to lead the Coven. That sounds bad, but I don't. tell me about your program. You can stall for time. Right now, there are 5 pillars in the rule set of our coven. Judgment, law enforcement, forbidden arts, mortal affairs, and witch duties. Judgment is about how we deal with conflicts within the coven, how we determine who's at fault and such. It's also the executive branch, tackling where the coven is going and how we deal with major events. Right now, we have runic judgment. Basically, it was Adana consulting with the gods. I believe we shouldn't leave witch law in the hands of exogenous forces. My proposal is that judgment should be in the hands of the oldest 4 members of the coven, in agreement with the leader. So any judgment should come by quorum of the 5 wisest witches. Okay. Then there's law enforcement. Right now, witches who put the coven in jeopardy are sent to exile for a variable amount of time, depending on the severity of their actions. And it's truly horrible. My proposal here is that witches accumulate warnings depending on the severity of their transgressions, and eventually, should they fail to change their behaviour, they will be expelled from the coven. No witch should endure what you're going through, Fortuna. Letting witches go find a new coven that's a better fit is a more humane solution, in my opinion. Then there's the forbidden arts. See, this is what we've dabbled in. Oh, I can't really say dabbled in. We literally summoned a behemoth. I mean, we went straight in for the forbidden arts. That's how we deal with hazardous magic and knowledge, such as summoning behemoths, necromancy, and so on. Right now, when the coven determines something could put our community at risk, we ban it. And I believe it should stay that way. So no changes on that front for my part. Not really what we want. Next point, mortal affairs. That's how we deal with humans and other lesser beings. Adana determined that mortals should be exploited and manipulated for witches' convenience. I don't like that at all. I don't believe any soul should be a lesser being, to begin with. I believe we have the responsibility to protect and guide mortal societies. We have the power to better their lives, so we must do so. And last but not least, there are the witch duties. That defines what members' obligations to the coven are. I'd like to be exploited by grief. 100%. Right now, we have the infamous quarterly controls, and should a witch fail to deliver, they'll eventually lose their membership. I propose a policy of zero vigilance, to trust that a member of our coven will always strive to better our community. Contribution should be at every witch's own pace and discretion. Oh, there's also the issue regarding what to do with Adana's corpse. I say we should devour her and become stronger. That basically sums it up. What do you think? I know for a fact that this decision is achievement locked. Now, I don't know if I agree with what she wants for judgment, letting the 5 oldest witches choose, because the older the witch, the less likelihood that they're gonna have refreshing views, should we say. But it's better than runic judgment. Law enforcement I agree with. Not exile, but have warnings. Forbidden arts we don't agree with because we don't want it banned. So we don't agree with that one. We agree with mortal affairs. Witch duties, I feel like there should be some level, right? Like, quarterly controls is definitely not the way to go. But something is needed. And yeah, honestly, eating Adana at this point, I can do whatever with her. But I don't know, like, agreeing with this means banning the forbidden arts. And I don't think I can do that. Sorry. but no. Why not? I'd rather not mess with politics. Oh, come on. Don't think of it as politics, but helping a friend. It's politics all the same. But this is important. It's precisely because it's important that I'd rather not tamper with it. Okay. I respect your decision. Listen, there's someone I would like you to meet. Maybe she'll make you more sympathetic to our cause. Junrisha, the mathematician witch. She also believes we should devour Adana and become stronger. Junrisha is the oldest and wisest witch in our coven, after Adana. I'm sure she can make a strong case for why we should absorb our former leader's corpse. Sure. Tell her to pay me a visit. For now, I should be leaving. There are a lot of people I need to meet to get my campaign in motion. Take care. Do your best. Yeah, okay. I mean, eating Adana's corpse isn't the bit I have a problem with. It's fucking banning behemoths. Right. We'll bring Dahlia over and see what she wants to do. Oh, I forgot how attractive she was. Okay. Adana is dead. Fuck Adana. Ah, she's definitely my favourite of the two. Let's go out and celebrate. No, I can't. Why not? That hag is out. Fuck rules. My freedom is in the hands of whoever becomes the next leader. Then I'll become leader. My first order of business will be to ban fucking exile. I wish. No, I mean it. I'm running for office, Fortuna. Oh wow. Really? I can't picture you running the coven, to be honest. I thought you despised that kind of responsibility. Well, I'd been planning on leaving the coven and starting my own clan of warrior witches. Now here's an opportunity to change the direction of our community without having to abandon you all. It won't be a coven of warriors, but I sincerely believe I can make life better for all of our sisters. We've endured too many centuries of abusive leadership. I'm determined to revitalize our clan. Follow me and I shall deliver freedom and happiness. You're even more energetic than usual. I'm raring to go. Fortuna, join me. Let's rule the coven together. Tell me about your plans. I'm also more inclined for her to lead than Jasmine, but it really depends on what she thinks of behemoths. I also do remember that there is an achievement based around this, and I can't remember if I meant to choose one of them or if I meant to choose like neither of them. I don't know. Sorry, I got caught up in the moment. Don't you think I'm a dumb witch? I have a solid plan. I've done some research, and the 5 pillars of our coven's law are judgment, law enforcement, forbidden arts, mortal affairs, and witch duties. Judgment, yeah, okay. We've just done these, I'm going to skip through them. I don't need to know this. Okay, now, Adana was basically all, fuck you, I rule, fuck you, I exile you, fuck dangerous stuff, fuck mortals, and, well, fuck you. Hell yeah. I want to change things radically. Try a new system, more open and inclusive. Judgment will be something held between all members of the coven. All important issues will be solved after hearing everybody's input, and then celebrating a referendum. This is better. It's feasible since our coven has less than 100 members right now. There won't be law enforcement. All issues will be solved amicably between affected parties. Isn't that a bit naive? What if they can't reach an agreement? We'll submit the case to the arbitrage office. I don't see why we need additional enforcement since we have the magical pact already. I mean, that's not bad. We do have the arbitrage office. I like referendum. The judgment option's good. She is wearing red. Following that line of thought, there won't be any forbidden arts. Fuck yeah! I believe that banning things begets temptation. It's better to share knowledge and educate witches about its implications. Then about mortal affairs, I believe we should cut all ties with the mortals. This may seem radical, but I believe we are way too privileged to dare tamper with human lives. Okay. I say we leave them be. We have a whole universe to toy with. As for witch duties, instead of asphyxiating quarterly controls, I would say we set a magical tax to pool resources for the coven. Any witch could go about her life however she wants, provided she shares a proportional part of the magic she draws from the cosmos. We'll use those resources to help newcomers or any sister in need, or to develop some ambitious communal project. Oh. And what about devouring or freeing Adana's corpse? Ah shit, you are well informed. Almost forgot about that. Apparently, there's a lot of magic stored inside the corpse of a witch. If we literally eat her, we'll all become more powerful. But if we free her magic, a lot of women will be able to ascend and become witches. We could almost double our numbers. I firmly believe we should share her magic with the universe. We may become more powerful should we devour her, but there's a special strength hidden in diversity. More points of view and the clash of new wills will make us grow in more interesting ways. That pretty much sums up my stance, so are you with me? Okay, so judgment, I agree. Referendum, 100%. Way better than having the 5 oldest witches. Law enforcement, I'm not against. We do have the arbitrage office. Like, let's fucking use them. Forbidden arts, she wants free access, which I am quite down with. Honestly, cutting all ties with the mortals isn't something that bothers me. Like, I don't really have a viewpoint on that. Leave them be. Whatever. And then the magical tax isn't an awful idea. It isn't actually an awful idea. Although I think I'd eat Adana rather than free the magic. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I would free the magic. Yeah, Jaw to the death would be fun. I don't want to fuck it up. Oh, I don't want to fuck it up. Let me see if I'm gonna massively fuck anything over by selecting. See, there are 2 achievements with regards to winning the elections. Have fun on Deadlock, Cobbler. But there is also one for refusing to side with either of them. I like Dahlia. Fuck it. I'm in. That is fucking fantastic, Fortuna. We can do this. Okay, cards. Am I gonna win? Hold your horses, Dahlia. That question may be too heavy. Why? Jasmine is planning on running for office too. Let's clear things up so we can save ourselves the pain of a campaign. If you want to solve this by shuffling a deck, you might as well meet with Jasmine and flip a coin. And none of that would do. Voters are going to need a campaign to be informed at the very least. Sure, we can still do the theatre if necessary, but I'd rather know who's going to win already to dispel all the anxiety. I refuse. That would be unfair to Jasmine. Better think of a different question. Okay, I get it. What to ask? Oh, I know. Who are my enemies going to be? And what kind of dagger should I forge to face these trying times? Playing hardball, are we? The future of the Coven is on the line. Let's pull out the artillery. Understood. Focus on your warrior spirit while I shuffle the cards. So, Millennium, Guardian, Ego, Happiness, Indifference, and Stagnation. Presence. Make yourself a dagger that inspires respect. Courage. Craft a dagger that infuse it with the valor to do whatever needs to be done. Wisdom. Forge a dagger that channels knowledge. Knowledge? Because we're knowledge based, like we chose knowledge as our thing. I work better with instinct than wisdom, so that's why this is probably good advice. Thank you, Fortuna. Authority, leadership, purpose, predestination, and luck. The oldest witches will conspire against you. An arbiter is going to be on your tail, scrutinizing every move you make. I mean, the oldest witches are working with Jasmine, so this is probably the correct one anyway. I knew it, those hags are gonna hate my program. And I know they're already salivating at the thought of devouring Idana's corpse. Over my dead body. Well, strike that, because they definitely eat me too. I hope those old bastards don't try to play dirty, for their own good. Else they're about to meet the wrath of the warrior witch. Nice to see you all fired up. They won't subdue me. What's the matter? Not to undermine your craft, but I doubt a dagger will be enough to deal with the oldest witches. They can easily outsmart us. What do you say we draw an extra card to explore what measures to take given this predicament? Absolutely. Lay it on me. Alright, here we go. Okay, hymn to fortune, leadership, purpose, justice, predestination, and luck. Make a demonstration of power before the Coven. Extend an official duel challenge. Dig up some dirt and report it to the arbitrage office. Ooh, okay, hang on. These are the two options. I mean, this one is, like, one of everything. It's also a little bit like the duel to the death that you wanted, Kaba. It could backfire on us, though. We already know that Jasmine is powerful. Just because she's more relaxed doesn't mean that she can't fuck us up. But digging up dirt could also backfire on us, because if it gets back that we're the ones that did that, fuck it. Duel them. A duel? Against all of the old witches? That sounds harsh. Maybe just extend an open challenge and tell them to bring their meanest. Go to the tallest bully and hit them in the face. It's so primal. I love it. It doesn't sound very diplomatic, but I'd say it suits you. I didn't know elections could be this thrilling. I'll do just that. Thank you. And that's a wrap. I hope this was useful to you. Well, I'd have preferred to cut to the chase and see who was going to win, but this will have to do. Thanks a lot for taking the time. My pleasure. Before I leave, I wanted to ask you for another favour. What's up? Another friend of yours summon a behemoth? No, silly. One of the things that matters to me the most is how we deal with Adana's corpse. I believe it is extremely important that we open the gates for more women to become witches. And because of that, I'd love it if you met with our most recent addition to the community. She's so new, she doesn't even have a name yet. Please, let her come to see you. You can help her find her way. And you'll get to see how diversity will make our coven richer too. It'll be my pleasure. Tell her to come whenever she's ready. Thank you so much. I'll be going now. I need to start putting a team together to deal with the campaign. See you. Bye, Dahlia. So I imagine we've probably lost Jasmine's friendship by choosing Dahlia. Probably. Almost definitely. Ah, the fresh smell of political turmoil. Rejoice, Fortuna. This is the perfect scenario to, quite literally, play our cards. Things could get messy from this point on. Yeah. How do you feel about politics? We've got a necessary pain in the ass. I enjoy political discussion, and I'd rather keep politics out of my games. A necessary pain in the ass. Yes, I see how they could become suffocating for a mortal. Too many hows and whys. I think it's important to stay in touch to a degree if you don't want to be insensitive to the status of your community, but I sure hate many things about it. I get it. What are your plans for these elections then? Why did you choose to go with Dahlia? I mean, all of the above. I do like Dahlia's program better. Jasmine is not strong enough. Dahlia's more inspiring. And it was instinctual. Like, yes. Can I have a fifth option, please? I like Dahlia's program better. She may get upset about it, but she'll have to understand. The direction of the Coven is not a matter to be taken lightly. If either of them don't respect my stance, they aren't suited to lead to begin with. Good point. By the way, I'm curious about one thing. Why didn't you tell any of your friends about the true nature of your divination? You know, the little detail about being a writer and not a reader. I'm scared. I'm scared of how they would react, but I'm also afraid of myself. I'm still figuring out what this rediscovered power means, and what to do about it. I don't feel any different, but the pressure is immeasurable. I see. I am afraid too. But I am here with you. I can help you get through this, Fortuna. Whoa, are you so afraid that you're desperate to get on my good side? You wish witch. Jokes aside, I already told you that this is the first time I've ever encountered throughout my many... It's the first time I've ever encountered throughout my many existences something that truly terrifies me. But I'm starting to enjoy that feeling. Makes me feel alive. I wouldn't mind partaking in that thrill. Why don't you write yourself some courage? Okay, I'll draw myself a card. Wait. I was just pulling your leg. This is too risky. What if you draw a card ripe with fire magic and you end up in a bad place? A seer shouldn't be scared of their deck. I'll do it. Aren't you afraid of the consequences? Of course. But if I let fear dictate my actions, I would never have summoned you to begin with. You may be right. What exactly are you planning to ask anyway? It's more of a request than a question. I want to demand that the deck submit to my will. It's not likely I'll ever stop using it, so I'd better tame it. You sure are something else. Let's see how this gamble of yours plays out. I could be fucking myself over here. This isn't my card. This is the card. The cosmic wheel spins forever between the folds of existence. It holds inside its clockworks every piece of reality that is yet to be defined. Meanings, everything. The cosmic wheel has decided to manifest as a card, and will allow me to envision every possible past or future. Shit, it's a badass fucking card, I'm not gonna lie. You summoned the fucking cosmic wheel out of sheer willpower. I think I'm in love. Shut up. Well, how does it work? This card will be in my deck from now on. If I draw it, it'll allow me to access every possible outcome of a question. You didn't fully remove the element of chance then. That'd make divination pretty dull, right? What a lame thrill seeker you are. You're right. I love that. This card's fantastic. Congratulations. You never cease to amaze me. Glad to see you're having fun. Speaking of fun, looks like you've got mail. Oh. Summon the cosmic wheel for your deck. Yes, achievement. I did wonder if it'd be achievement based. Okay, so this is Dahlia again. Yo, Fortuna, the newcomer I told you about is ready to meet you. She doesn't even have a familiar yet, so I'm contacting you on her behalf. Say the word and I'll bring her to your place. Okay. Dear Fortuna, I'm sorry to only contact you as the harbinger of bad news, but I need to meet you to pass on a message from your friend Grief. Interesting. For the attention of which Fortuna, our colleague Jasmine has asked to meet with you to explain the advantages of devouring Adana and becoming stronger as a group. This is an important matter, so let me know when I can visit, at your earliest convenience. Okay, well, I want to meet with Thea first to see what's going on with Grief. Hello again, Fortuna. How are you? Hello, Thea. Get on with the bad news already. Ah, of course. Your prophecy came true. I've arrested a witch. That witch is your friend, though. I wish it didn't have to be this way, but Grief broke the magical pact. Summoning a behemoth is not something any of us should overlook. I had to arrest her. Why, Grief, this is horrible. This is all my fault. Why, did you collude in the summoning of this behemoth? No, I'm talking about my prediction. Come on, that can't be your fault. I'm not so sure. Come on, Fortuna, don't torture yourself like that. You wouldn't understand. What is there to understand? Is there something we're not aware of? Stop writing shit down. Leave me alone now, please. Okay, I'm sorry. Before I leave, Grief wanted you to have something. Terrors often ruin the cosmos, unable to harm anyone, until someone lets them in, and then they become the fears of a whole sisterhood. It's Grief. Take care, Fortuna. Well, that was not a great outcome. I'll pick an interactive tale at random. The MetaNet by Clara Doner. The MetaNet is the largest social and neurological network in the world. It keeps you hyper-connected in the present. In exchange, your past is fading away. There is someone in the realms of the past you do not want to forget about. It seems contradictory, but you've been feeling ever so lonely. The cards in the Hyper-Reality Tarot do not lie. He is important. You know well to trust the readings of the algorithm. There is a sacrifice to be made. All the links you have built in the network, all the people you know will be lost forever in data oblivion. Except they won't. You downloaded all the data of your years in the MetaNet, all the names and avatars and interactions and moments shared. This encyclopedia of your life online will be printed in reality, ready for when you leave. The person you are trying to find is somewhere in the data. You met him in the online lands, but he left the MetaNet back to reality. He felt his life there was not enough. You are going to do the same, right? It feels like the correct thing to do. You are ready to take a look back at reality. It must have been forever. Time warps in the MetaNet. You do it. You turn off your network. You remove all the systems that kept you connected from your head. The loneliness feels overwhelming in a home you had forgotten. The beam of natural light coming through the window is unbearable. But then you see the outsiders through the window. The outsiders never adapted to the MetaNet. You watch them go about their disconnected lives. Maybe it's not so bad out there. Time stops moving at a measurable pace. You love clocks. You remember when they took them away in the MetaNet. But you don't remember much more. Days go by and you remember how to do some basic stuff to survive outside. I mean, I love both of those things. I love eating and I love cooking, but I love cooking. You gain access to memories of evenings spent learning how to prepare your mother's recipe. There is a warmth you have not felt in a long time. But there is something you are forgetting. Days go by and you remember your corporeal form. Remember you loved your hair. You gain access to the memories of time spent in front of the mirror, admiring your hair, touching it. There is a sense of security you have not felt in a long time. But there is something you are forgetting. Days go by and you remember pleasures. Remember you loved nature. You gain access to memories of time spent walking through the fields and forests near your house. There is a feeling of freedom you have not felt in a long time. But there is someone you are forgetting. Feels good out here. The MetaNet feels like a bad dream that you had escaped. It comes with the realization that the MetaNet and reality are incompatible. Every day your memory of it fades. But something doesn't feel right. You do not want the MetaNet to disappear from your memory entirely. Then you remember your encyclopedia, a history book of your past self waiting to be read. You printed it before you disconnected, filled to the brim with data, innumerable sheets sitting in your printer. And that triggers a remembrance of him. You were so caught up in adapting and enjoying reality that you had forgotten. His name, avatar, and your past together have to be there somewhere. But if you had forgotten, is he really that important? Do you really want to go back and look at a past that you would prefer to lose sight of? It takes you days to put the sheets together. Their volume is colossal. The weight in your hands makes you shiver. Years of your life minutely detailed. You wonder how you would find his name among the billions of data points. You start to look at the sheets. The lack of time in the metanet makes it near impossible to order them chronologically. But there's something else. So much of it you could have remembered or recognized when you were connected. Outside, you realize, it makes nearly no sense. Days go by and you manage to piece together small timelines, tiny interactions of life spent online. Some lingo you recognize, but most of it seems like an ancient language. None of the data feels like him, but you start to wonder if you would be able to recognize it now, if you had it in front of you. Months later, you start to forget even what you had put together. Words and names escape you. Avatars look nightmarish. The sole purpose of the task starts to slip from your memory. You don't remember him anymore. Years later, you look at the pages, scrutinizing their purpose. The encyclopedia of data sits in your library among fiction novels. Okay. Read more! I want the achievement for reading them all. Hyper-reality readings. Okay. A human is back at their workplace. They look at the screen for hours. The algorithm is not enough. The readings have been failing. The machine needs human insights in order to be accurate. The hyper-reality tarot needs the magic of emotional perception. It is just another day at work, providing the sorcery of providence and guidance to those who need it. The cases start coming in for the human algorithm team, and you, the hand of destiny, luck, or magic. They're a young professional who doesn't know how to further their career. The case asks the tarot if they should leave their current employer or stay. The algorithm always makes its reading first. It takes nanoseconds to analyze the case's evidence. It suggests the temperance card, balance, purpose, patience. It has found data to suggest they should stay at their current place of work. It has looked into their data, consisting of pictures and endless lines of conversation. They have a family to feed and a precarious economic situation. It's then the human's turn. He wants to change that. He wants to challenge that. The tarot algorithm is wildly trusted to analyze objective data, but not emotionally. The human looks into their file for emotional cues, the choice of words in their conversations. The human finds search data every night at about 4 a.m. They can't sleep. Looking desperately for another job, the human suggests death, upright, change. The algorithm is programmed to trust you. The human believes you are a higher power who chooses the right answers. Change, always. The tarot reading is suggesting the opposite of what they had thought. The decision had been made before the reading. You will never know what happened in the end, anyway. He is a retired man of advanced age who feels like his past self is trying to communicate with him through the reflections in the windows of his house. The case asks the tarot if he should cover the windows and forget about it, or open them and let him in. The algorithm suggests the Hanged Man card, reversed. Exploring his dark thoughts, it has found data to suggest that he should open the windows. The case owns various tomes about dark arts and has searched the net for rituals to summon otherworldly beings. The human challenges that again. He would be shocked that the algorithm is suggesting such a thing if he hadn't seen it working for years. The human looks into the man's file for emotional cues, the choice of words in his conversations. He finds none, as the man has no conversations. There is only evidence to support the algorithm's thesis, but the human will not agree. Instead, the human suggests judgment upright. The man should reflect upon himself, his past, and his decisions. He should realize he is lonely and unwell, and maybe then act to transform his reality. And he should definitely keep the windows closed. Once again you are the overseeing hand, the hand of luck, perhaps the hand of providence. Open the window! You don't know if he received the message or if he had disconnected beforehand. You will never know what happened in the end anyway. A tarot reader, she asked if her readings are making a change in the world. There is a perceptible trembling in her online being. You know this is a woman who is questioning her whole identity at this precise moment. The human perceives this too. The algorithm is quick and ruthless in its proposition. The card it displays is the world reversed. Accept harsh truths. No one makes a change in this world. The human secretly agrees, but approaches from a different angle. The world upright. Bring closure to this enterprise, but feel fulfilled. You are the only one who has any power over the final display. The algorithm does not feel. The human is relieved. You will never know what happened in the end anyway. Interesting. Forensic Report of a Revolution by Ivan Papapol. In our country's recent history, there was a fascist regime that wouldn't hesitate to murder anyone that dared speak against its values and leaders. The militia would discard their bodies in mass graves and send their severed hands to their families, as a warning of the fate awaiting the resistance. The enigmatic chiromancer Mixo developed a forensic palmistry practice that would find out how those killed had died and where they had been tossed away, so that their families could hopefully find the bodies of their loved ones and give them a proper burial. But eventually the regime's militia came storming down on the chiromancer's home and sent them to prison, claiming conspiracy against the regime. Despite these claims, Mixo's respected expertise in the field of forensic palmistry was so renowned that the police offered them a generous deal. They would be granted freedom as long as they helped the police find the terrorists that were killing key politicians in mysterious circumstances. Mixo would be handed an ornate shoe-sized red box containing the right hand of one of those murdered politicians, and write a report with helpful information. The first box contained the hand with a strong earth energy that the chiromancer felt belonged to someone born with deep contentment for following orders. Mixo had seen this hand on TV before, making the regime salute. Its pitiful fortune line made them chuckle the first time they saw it, so it was unforgettable. Mixo talked about the hand's entire lifeline, without skimping on any detail. They talked about every small line cutting it, each meaning an adversity faced and a change in the winds of fate of the deceased hand's owner. And so the report was sent to the regime. The next day the chiromancer stuck their arm out of the prison cell in order to get the next ornate red box. And their hand fell to the floor with a heavy thud, being the only part of the chiromancer's body to ever be free again. We're gonna study. Apart from, I'm not gonna read it out loud because my throat hurts already. The states of quest. Quest in air, guidance, illumination, and discovery. Quest in water, introspection, isolation, wisdom. Quest in earth, determination, trust, and rightfulness. Quest in fire, deception, the occult, and the unknown. Desire in air, temptation, corruption, and knowledge. Desire in water, yearning, passion, and friendship. Desire in earth, motivation, happiness, and fulfillment. Desire in fire, rejection, hatred, and a bad omen. We'll meet the newcomer. Well, not the newcomer, the old witch. Are you literally a mummy? That's my... Oh. She is, she's a mummy. That's so cool. Junarisha, thank you for having me. I'm not used to dealing with young witches, so first of all, excuse me if I say something too blunt or out of place. Don't worry, that introduction was polite enough. Good. You need to vote for Jasmine. I don't care for her program, really. It's just imperative that we eat Aidana's corpse. Whoa, I thought you came by to do some convincing, not just order me around. We are inches away from unlocking a new whole dimension of understanding. There will always be time to open the gates to more witches. Who knows? It is possible that if we ascend higher, we can directly grant illumination to anyone. That'd be very convenient. I can expose some pretty solid arguments, if I may. Hi, Warlord. Hey, baby. How you doing today, love? Hope you're doing alright. Do you mind if I summon a Fate Monster's disc to calculate the chances that our interests will align? Knowledge. I know your disc's secret. And what may that be? Your invention is pretty convenient for any witch facing some kind of critical situation. 3-day weekend has just started. Hell yeah! I love that. I'm doing okay. I had a nice lie-in, and then I dyed my hair. Not that you can notice, it didn't take as well as I wanted it to, so it hasn't actually gone back to being that green. Like, it's definitely more green, but it's not as green as I want it to be, so I might choose a different dye next time. But I also now have quite green hands, and I've got green nails. What they don't know is that the disc is also recording everything, collecting information for you. Yeah, so this is the same green that I used before. And then I have another green that I might use next time, which is a darker green, and maybe that'll stick better. Because I am eventually going to go blue, like I'm going to move through the colours. So maybe it's just time to give up on trying to have, like, green hair. That is true indeed. How did you learn about this? My third eye isn't just for looking. I believe you to be the first person to know. Please, don't disclose it to the rest of the coven, or you will deprive them of an essential tool. Make the disc stop stealing information. That I won't do. To collect intel on Witch's dire situations is in fact its main purpose. Don't you have any sense of ethics? Ethics lose all meaning when you spend a decade trapped inside the dungeons of the Inquisition. I need to gather as much information as possible for the betterment of my holistic formula. I've had accidentally green hair before by using blue hair dye. Like, I have done it, but it wasn't a good green. Like, it wasn't a great green that came out of that. Like, it kind of looked a bit moldy. But yeah, I had that happen too. Horrifyingly common, unfortunately. No, I think what I'll do is I'll leave this for a bit till it's washed out a bit more, and then I'll put a dark green over the top of it, see how that goes, and then if it still isn't sticking, I will move to blue, and I'll have blue hair. I'm not a big, like, blue fan. It's not my favourite colour. Like, I very obviously love green. I have a lot of green. I prefer being a redhead myself. Kind of blue? I mean, I can probably find the dye. Hang on. So, it's called Midnight Blue. Now, it looks black in here. But if I'm to open it, that's the blue. So depending on how much I have on. I've used all of these before. So it's a blue I'm familiar with. It just looks so dark in the packaging. But not a bright blue. I've got quite a few different colours. I won't disclose any secrets if that is what you are worried about. Still, the mere knowledge of your peers' issues is a clear violation. That's irrelevant. Those are the ethics of the privileged. When you are faced with death, when you become a survivor, it's all about the results. How about you summon a Minister of Secrets at least, so you can't possibly disclose any sensitive information? I don't see it as necessary, but I will, if that keeps you from sabotaging my project. It'll make me feel better, yeah. Understood. Do you mind if I summon a Fate Mancer's disc anyway? Sure. The first thing I want to use to demonstrate the advantages of harnessing power is a present. I learned that you craft your own cards using Arcana. With enough power you could create your own and not be limited to the ones found in a grimoire. Here. Ooh. The Penitent One, the lone survivor of the Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrow, so named because those in the congregation took a vow of silence as a form of penance. It's the guy from Blasphemy. Is that what it's called? The game. It's the guy from the game I tried playing. Is it called blasphemy? I feel like it's called blasphemy. Blasphemous. That's the game. Yeah, you can't really... Can't really see it massively well. But it's the same guy. And that was the Brotherhood of Silent Sorrow as well. It's him. Wait, come on, focus. No, stop skipping pages, you fuck. It's him. Play as the penitent one, a sole survivor of the massacre of the Silent Sorrow. I knew I recognized it. I haven't played Blasphemous for very long. I literally have like maybe half an hour in the game. But a friend of mine recommended it to me. And there's a second one as well. Not that I haven't played that one. That's cool. While I was at the mercy of the Inquisition, I met a penitent pilgrim. He didn't say anything, but he left a lasting impression on me. Using my holistic formula, I captured his essence in the form of a super arcana for you to use in your divination. Think about the possibilities if you were able to etch any element of the cosmos that marked you into a card. Is that enough of a reason to keep more witches from ascending? It feels too egotistical. I'm aware for someone as intelligent as you, flattery won't be enough to make up your mind. So next, allow me to make a demonstration of power. Ooh, thrilling. What do you have in mind? Thanks to my understanding of the holistic formula, I made myself immune to fate. Sorry, I laughed. It sounds way too ludicrous. Then go ahead. Read my fortune. Throw me your meanest card. It'll be my pleasure. My formula may damage your deck in the process. Are you sure you still want to go through with it? Knowledge. You're planning to dispel my card, aren't you? How did you... Is there a way to get a hold of one of those magnificent third eyes of yours? Would you like me to help you find one through my divination? That sounds tempting, but as I told you, I'm immune to the arts of fate. Not much of a perk right now, huh? It's alright. I have my own ways. Even at the cost of a card, do you still want me to demonstrate? I believe it'll be a very valuable lesson. Do it. I can always recreate a card. Very well. Draw a card. I still need you to ask a question of sorts to effectively draw a card. And who knows? Maybe you'll be surprised. I won't. But I'll play along. Is there a way for you to effectively access my fate? So you're basically challenging me, huh? I'm offering us both growth. Here we go. Right, what card am I losing? The orgasm door! Damn it. Okay, well I can easily recreate this one at least. I am, however, going to take a picture of it because if I have to lose it, I want to be able to get it back. Okay. You are going to destroy this card. Shit, so there's no way around it. I'm afraid not. Could you just not destroy it? Lesson learned? That would be paradoxical. But if you dispel it, you're effectively following fate. That is true. We can call it a draw if you'd like, but I'm going to dispel that card. Bye. No, you haven't just dispelled a card. You obliterated a lot of time I invested in its art. Don't worry, the arcana and the energy you spent on it went back to your grimoire. Now they can become something new. That's the beauty of entropy. Yep. That pleases me. Most young witches have too much animosity toward entropy. It is only after embracing entropy that we can fully access growth and regeneration. It can still be a pain in the ass, though. That duality is what makes it the most beautiful thing. I have one more gift. I'd love for you to explore the blessing of entropy. This is a special dark matter serum and distilled using the holistic formula. Add it to your cauldron and it will allow you to dispel cards. That way, you will be able to recover the arcana and energy you used and create greater room for experimentation and thus growth. Oh, that is interesting. I'll treasure it. Don't. Just use it. I know. Entropy. It was a figure of speech. Well, at the moment, Warlord, we can delete cards, but we don't get shit back from them. This just means that we get our resources back. Words aren't excluded from the power of entropy. Keep that in mind. Understood. Need more time. Jasmine will be disappointed, but I'll give you time. You are still young. Experiment with entropy. Sure. I'll be leaving now. Wait. What about the Fate Mancer's disc? Did it work? Are we friends now? I don't do friends. Who knows? Only time will tell. So that's how it is, huh? Well, if you let me know... Well, you let me know if you suddenly feel the urge to join forces. Likewise. Farewell, Fortuna. They were cool. Yes, with the sexy ladies on it. Quite a character, this Jinrisha. Quite liked her. I sympathise with her. She has that kind of look only a behemoth can recognise. What do you mean? Those eyes. You only get them when you manage to peek behind the curtain. They evoke a calm dread, if that makes any sense. I can picture myself getting there at some point if I keep delving into the mysteries of this deck. Maybe, maybe not. You are too stubborn for that. Hey, I'm not that obstinate. If anything, I see you acquiring the presence of a master. It requires a special kind of confidence to evoke that. Oh, thank you. Only idiots and erudites manage to get there, and I'm still on the fence about which one you are. Very funny. By the way, that dark matter serum is quite the asset. You think so? Of course. Your first cards bear the innocence of the student. That's very romantic and all, but as you develop your expertise, you can recraft those arcana in a more knowledgeable way. I suggest you try it out. Just add a drop to your cauldron over there, and you'll get to dispel a card and recover the arcana and the energy you sealed into them. Maybe I'll give it a try. It's going to be tough to part ways with those nice pieces of art, though. Maybe. You won't be able to reduce your deck size below 4 cards anyway. You've grown too powerful for that. Your divination won't be able to withstand a reading with less than 4 cards at this point. The omnipotent paradox. More or less. I'll leave you to it. Hymn to Fortune was the first card, and I dispelled the second one already. Well, once again, I'll take a picture of it, so if I want to remake it again, I know what I did. Okay. I feel different. Adana's eye is pulsing inside my skull. I feel as if I could see beyond the pictorial representations of Arcana. Maybe I could spend a little magic to peek behind the cosmic curtain. That sounds fun. Yeah, they just like to just lurk there, you know, just vibe. Watch me undress, the usual shit. Which one did I lose? This one. The factory one? Yeah, I haven't used that one yet, that's why I was looking at it. A city of blacksmiths built inside the skeleton of a titanic behemoth. The bone marrow of the fallen beast burns for eons, so their forges are always alight. Tap to study? O ancient eye of our former leader, allow me to pierce through the fabric of this magic. I desire to know more. Conflict, challenge, adversity, renewal. Oh, that's cool. And I can do that for all of them. And it tells me the, like, meanings behind them. I'll do it on all the blue ones because I have so fucking many blue points. I'm doing that one as well. Okay, we'll choose this one. Conflict, challenge, and adversity, I think it mentioned. Don't know what I'd want to put with it. We could try this one, the new one. Takes up a lot though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fire. I've got the factory one. So you choose... So you see up here where it says step 2 of 3. So the factory one is step 1. And then we choose... We choose another one to put on it. So you choose one of these. We already have a card with this one on, the Forgotten Factory. Pretty sure. Or did we not make it in the end? Maybe we didn't. So you build it up through stages. So you have the back layer card, and then you have something that you put over the top of it, and then something that you add as like extra decoration. But we'll do this one for you. I'll even study it. Strength, support, determination, and resilience. Strength, determination, support, resilience. We want something that goes with that. This one's so cool. I also quite like making the cards pretty. Considered puny cowards, these witches know there's nothing braver than to charge into the battlefield with a cloth instead of a sword. Hi, Froggy. Hi, my love. Let me grab you a shout out. The Bloody Pots one with the guy kneeling. Let me have a look after I've got the shout out. Bloody Pots. This one? I think that's the only one with somebody kneeling. Yeah. So 2 red, have enough, yep. 4 and 2, yeah, okay, so dear substance of kin, forsake the mortal hex, abandon flesh, abandon sinew. Thou art now my magic, thou art no more sin. I'm good, thank you, Froggy. How you doing? With the cogs from the factory? Yeah, with the cogs. So now we get to choose, like, an extra sprinkle to go with it. So this is something only small that goes with it, Warlord. But we can choose what you'd like. This is Warlord's card, so you can choose whatever you want. Let me go to the beginning and we'll go through them. Well done, Seribot. Fuck him up. Okay, so we've got a shovel, trumpet. They all have different meanings as well, so if there's any of them that you want me to go through the meaning with you, I'll do that. Cane of sacred wood. Ether wings. Glass trident. I couldn't even begin to pronounce that one. It seems German. Minister of Secrets. Obsidian sledgehammer. Fire whip of dominance. Igniting saber. Arbiter book. The inevitable 3. Tower shield. Swordfish liquor. Sounds disgusting. Hunter witch rifle. Viridis mirror. Snowcat eyes. Iron golem. And astronaut's pithcloth. Which I can never pronounce. Got your wisdom tooth out. Damn. I need all of mine removing. They won't do it. So I'm actually quite jealous that you got yours removed. Because mine are causing me agony. Obsidian sledgehammer or the iron golem. Okay, let's read them. So iron golem. Iron servant of the forge planet. That's pretty simple. It doesn't actually have a great deal with it. I can afford to study it. So that one is strength, support, determination, and resilience. And then you wanted the sledgehammer. And we'll study this one as well. So, obsidian sledgehammer. Bolts fixed to the earth by an obsidian sledgehammer are impossible to remove unless you recite the words carved into the hammer's head. They are often used to trap demons or set up camps in the wildlands. It means strength, support, determination, and resilience. Yeah, so I I have problems with my teeth. I have done my whole life. So I've had braces, and then my teeth went back to being wonky. You can kind of see, like, especially here, because I didn't wear my retainer. My bad. And then my wisdom teeth are growing into my jaw. So the ones on the bottom are growing downwards and sideways, and the ones on the top are growing upwards and sideways. So they're not doing what they're meant to do, and it's fine most of the time, and then on the days that it isn't fine, it's agony, as I'm sure you can imagine, having just had yours removed. But yeah, the one, especially this one up here, this one's my worst one, and it's currently growing through my other molars, which is so fun. And they won't remove them. They won't remove them because they've not been infected, and therefore it's not a problem. So I think I'm going to pay to go private and just have them pulled. It's going to cost a lot of money, but they've currently been causing me issues for 3, maybe 4 years. Yeah, that's what mine's doing. It's worse for me on my top wisdom teeth. My bottom ones aren't as bad. But this one right here, it's definitely, yeah, it's not good. Okay, so you want the sledgehammer. Do that. Okay, so you get to move the card around. I presume you want the cogs. You mentioned the cogs to be a bit that you really wanted. Do you want the golem in the picture, or do you just want cogs in the picture? There's a couple of golems. Ignore these guys for now. We'll shrink them down and just put them together. Did you want the golems in it? Or did you want just the cogs? Cogs and golems, okay. I don't think I can get both golems in, but I can definitely get one of them. That probably gets the most in the picture. Okay, these are here because we have to use them. We can't remove these. These come with the picture, so got the kneeling person. Could have it like they're walking in, actually. I feel like the golems are probably going to be quite big, so the person's going to be smaller. I wonder, can we make it so they're holding it? Doesn't really work. It's a shame. For things that are ugly like the pot, I just hide them behind the other thing. We might be able to make it work. Problem is you can see it goes through the hand. I wonder if I could just, like, how would it look if the golem was holding it? Can't send it back any further. Okay. Oh, because the golem's on the base card, we can't. But I could have it so that the hammer's like propped up. Like make it look like it's resting against the cogs. And then we can add any of these. So we can add the kneeling man, the cauldron, any of these like vials and stuff. We can add them all. We can also give her another arm. She doesn't currently have one. I don't know, like. Actually, that arm fits quite well. It's like she's like stumbling along. The blood cauldron in front of the guy on the conveyor belt. Like they're putting something in it? Or like to the front so it's blocking? Do you want it on the conveyor belt or to the side? Like the two are being processed? Okay. Fab. Okay, so we have some little bottles. We have the man with... He's got red marks all over his back. And then... whatever these are. Happy with that? Two of the incense things, these ones. This one? Where would you like it? I have them smoking. They're just having a really great time. Absolutely blazing it. Near the top. Tell you what, let me... That's better. Happy with one on each side? I think I got them about as even as I can manage it, given that it's pixels. Yep, fab. I wonder, is this like blood? On the back of the golem. They're separate, so you don't have to have both. One of each. Kind of looks a bit like a cut, which is funny when you think about it, given it's a golem. To make it look like he's bleeding. He's got blood pouring out of his mouth. Actually, it kind of looks like he's just like eaten them. Oh, is that as big as it can go? That's quite sad. Center the half moon more on the surface that it's on. Do you want it like this, or are you happy with it like twisted to fit the contours a bit better? Twisted. How's that? And then I still need to work out where we're putting this one. Currently it's pouring out of his mouth. Yeah, awesome. Happy with the cut? The Goldsmith. The Iron Golems support the cards Entelechy. Courage to pay the highest price to achieve your dreams. The Obsidian Sledgehammer fixates on offering empowering revelations. Excessive earth energy can lead to immobility. The meanings are alliance, support, success, happiness, indifference, and stagnation. Not a bad card there. Not a bad card. I need to... Factory don't give a fuck. I need to make a happier... I need to make the orgasm door again, because otherwise Kabla's gonna cry. And we can't let Kabla cry. That would be bad. I feel like I went past it. What did I have before? Did I have any of these? Wasn't that one? I don't think it was the trident. Could it have been there? Oh, maybe it was the trident. I love your nonsense, Warlord. Gotta treat you sometimes. Oh, actually, let me go back and back. Because whilst this card's cool, we don't need to use this one again. We could do something different. Quite like the idea of having this one. Or this one, actually. This one. And then we want the orgasm door. Were you here with this story, Warlord? For the orgasm door? I'll read it to you. Witches found this door chained to the ever-expanding edges of this universe. No one's ever dared to go through it. Once, a young witch looked through its keyhole and fell victim to a 7-year-long orgasm. Addicted, she went back to look again, but this time she exploded into red dust. The orgasm door. It's Kabla's favourite thing. Yeah, I thought you might. I don't know what I want with it this time. We've gone for a different background. Don't really like any of them with it. But I've got to choose one. Fuck it, we're gonna do the fire. I'm going to draw the exploding witch. I wonder if I could angle the door so it looked like this door. Problem is I can't like turn it quite how it wants to be.
Fish are friends, not food.
Hi, lovely. I was about to call you your name then, and then wasn't sure if that was okay in an online setting. So I will call you Rot, like, or Rotty, like we mentioned yesterday. I'm glad I stopped myself before I said anything. Fabulous. So we met Rotty yesterday. Well, technically this morning, the very early hours of this morning, like 1 a.m. I don't like. Not a big fan of the bar. It's not doing it for me as much as I hoped it would. I'm gonna choose something different. Different background. I want the orgasm door to have a good backdrop. Have you? It's so good. There's a lot of talking, and obviously because I'm streaming it, I'm narrating it, and my literally within about 5 minutes, my throat is so sore. But it's good. Do we try this one? Maybe we try this one then. But I highly recommend. We're not even that far through. We're on like chapter 4, 5, I think. Ooh, this one's gonna be much better. Okay, yeah, shit. Okay. You'll soon learn I have an obsession with trying to make these cards as pretty as possible, which I'm aware is not the aim of the game, but it's what I'm doing. I'll put this. I mean, do we want the orgasm door to be the size of one of these buildings? Do we want it to be like just the door here? I mean, I guess it's the aim of my game. Whether it's what was intended, I'm not 100% sure. The skeleton's so cool though. Having that in the picture would be quite good. Okay, we can work this. That's not a bad location. Okay. None of them seem to work though, Warlord. Like, none of them... I thought this one would, but there's too much shit in the background and it's annoying me. This one is the one that we used previously. But it makes it all very, like it's all the same ability. I mean, I could add some fire to it, I guess. Because with this one, we had it like this. And try a spell before the orgasm. Charred battlefield. Do you mean the charred battlefield? It's probably the closest one to a desert, I'd say. Two back. Oh, the desert lens? This one. Give it a go. Orgasm door. And then fire! Because I decided I want it to be on fire. Okay. Oh, it's such a cool statue. Well, it's not a statue, it's... Like, I know we could have a very simple background and make the door be the key bit, or do we want some of the skeleton in it? We could always put the door, like under the skeleton. Fuck off, sword, you're in the way. Like down here. I'm glad we're both thinking along the same lines. Do I want a back to the door? Or do I just want red? Let's test. I don't know if I like having a back on the door. What do we think? With or without the backing? I almost think without's more interesting. Yeah. I quite like the idea of it looking like there's nothing there, but then you look through and all of a sudden you're on fire. Or you're orgasming, I guess. The best pinned message. You should have been here when we first discovered it. Cablo was pinning the most obscene shit you ever seen. You'd have been proud. I could just put loads of fire behind the door. Hi, Kavla. Hey, baby. We had to delete the orgasm door card, so we're making a new one. It was for an achievement, if that makes you feel any better. Used to be a bit smaller. So it's just like within the confines of the door. You love it coming out the top of the door. What do you mean? I feel like we need more flames. All of the fire! Oh my god, this one can get massive. Look at that. It's fucking huge. Oh no. I mean, you did choose to play Deadlock. Like, I don't know what you were wanting from that one, bub. Another hug? I got you. I got you. And just because I'm feeling spicy. Get stung, Warlord. I always forget I have that command. I don't know, it's all very red. It's all very red. I'm not sure how much I'm vibing with just quite how red all of this is. Because the door's red, the fire's red, the background's red. Oh, sting me. I made you a card. I think I'm gonna have to... I think I need a less red background. Like, we don't need it to contrast too much. It just can't be that red. An orgasm door on the stage. We can give it a go. Do I still have it on fire? I think fire's possibly still the best option. I mean, there's all the whips and chains, but that wouldn't really work with the door. That's like after the door. We'll give this a go. Now, do we want it like up here, or do we want it so that there's... Getting this centered is gonna be the bane of my existence. Oh my god, I don't think it centers. No, do you not center? Please. I don't know if it centers. At this point, Ward, I can't get it to... Oh, it's gonna drive me mad if I can't center it. Because this bit, I want to have smack bang in the middle. And I don't think I can get it to do it. Like, I can't just move it with the arrow keys either. The fact that it's not centering is really triggering my OCD. I'm so not happy. It's making me angry. Like, physically angry. Like, put my fist through my monitor, level angry that it won't line up. I can't afford a new monitor right now. Please line up. Oh, so close. See, it doesn't... There's still a bit there. It doesn't want to do it. Every time I think I've got it right, it moves over, like, just one. It doesn't line up. We can't use this one. I can't use this one. I cannot use that one at all. My god, no. I'm about to have a mental breakdown because the fucking canopy doesn't line up. But it would be so good with it. But it doesn't line up. See what it means. Because we want them to all, like, make sense. Coexistence, context, perception, conscience. That means emotion. That one also means emotion. So does that one. One that means emotion would probably go better with the orgasm door, right? Than coexistence and whatever else the words were. Context. That one's also context. Might have to go for one of the emotion-based ones. We try this. I don't think you can stretch it that big. They only go to a certain size. Because it's not meant to be, like, the outline of the card. Yeah. This is where the problems lie. But, like, I can't do the stage one if it doesn't line up. Because it's just going to trigger my OCD every time I think about it. I don't like any of those with the orgasm door. My OCD quite often just results in anger. Which is very definitely an emotion. Do that one. I love that, like, people come and watch this game and they'll be like, oh, like, I wonder what, you know, we'll get an idea for how the game is, and it's just me absolutely crying about the fact that I can't get things to line up. Like, yep, that's the game, guys. Yeah, this is as big as the door goes. Unfortunately. Which isn't even half the card. Can I get that to fit inside the door? Could the circle be the orgasm? It kind of works. The sword doesn't really fit anywhere. I wonder if I can, like, shrink it down and hide it. No, I don't want to enlarge you. I want to spin you around, you knobhead. One thing I will say, the controls for this are absolutely infuriating. There you go, the sword's hidden. You can't see the sword anymore. The sword is gone. But the orgasm door is there. I don't like it. I don't like a lot of them. I'm just gonna stop making things. It's fine. We're still down a card though, because I deleted 2. I've only made 1. I don't actually have that many cards either. If you have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 cards. 25, I believe, is the max. I'm determined that Kabla gets his orgasm door. What gold boat one? There's this one, Sunset Docks. But I'd probably use the sunset more than the docks. I think there's this one? Shipwreck Library? See, another one with a boat on it. The Quarry. It's like a mining thing. It's Titan's mining. Might work. See if we have enough magic to do it. Once again, I will hide the sword. No, we hide the sword again, because fuck the sword. Like that? Do we want to add any more fire? Or are we happy with just like a little like sneak of it? My only thing is the sword is bright fucking red. And it doesn't ever want to be picked up. It's a bitch that way. I don't really know where... I don't like the sword. I'm not having it out. I can't shrink it again now. Fuck's sake. It looks like it's as small as it's gonna get. Fire in the other tower but no door. We'll choose a different fire as well. I'd zoom in for you if I could, but I can't. Cool. I think that'll do. Tabula rasa. Consciousness of the many selves can be interpreted as a promise for happiness, the appeal of the unknown, the saber channels wrath. Determination, rightfulness, deception, the unknown, happiness, rejection, and bad omen. I'll take that. Do we have any happy cards, or are all of them fucking bad omen? Oh no, this one's authority, leadership, and luck. Peace and power. That one's not a great card. Bad omen again, and guardian, and that's everything. I think we got rid of our happy cards. I think we had 2 happy cards and got rid of them. Can I make a happy card? Yeah, well, some of them have happiness listed, but then when they're combined with bad omen, it doesn't really give you a lot of hope. We did have a card before that was like happiness, truth. It's just like all positive things. Oh, that's a sad one. The road back is lethal, the road ahead is unknown. This one's a library. That's a battlefield, that's not happening. This is what I used for a happy one before. The boat to the sunset, have you seen this description? A humble wooden dock cursed by a heartbroken witch. The legends say that anyone who parts ways with someone and sails away from this dock will never meet the one they left behind again. They're all so negative. They're all like, here, have some heartbreak. This one's the happy one I had before. I had it, let me find the picture. Hymn to Fortune is what it was called. We'll make do without for now. Let's invite Dahlia and the newcomer over. Oh? Yeah, the letter's from our friend Dahlia. She's a warrior witch. We're not born as witches, we become witches. You like ascend. So she probably said yo before she was a witch, and still says it now. I don't know if I meant to do anything with this. Fuck me, I look like shit. I don't know why I even bothered to go shopping if I don't feel like eating. I guess my future self will thank me when I get stoned tonight. Today is my birthday. I should have gotten myself a cake or whatever. I put a candle on the hot dog or something. Will Denaton release a new game soon? It's been way too long since Hotline Miami 3. Maybe I can start another run of Elden Ring 2. I don't know why I even get up in the morning. Life doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't make any fucking sense. How does everyone else manage to not hate themselves? I wish I was brave enough to drop out of uni. I don't even like computer science. God, I'd rather unalive myself than go to work in an office. I'd rather not work at all. I wish there was a way to stop existing altogether. Would my life be better if I had been born on Earth? Without universities, without corporations, just surviving on the old planet. I wonder if they have video games over there. I don't know who this person is. We've not met them before. I hope those idiots don't ask me to hang out today for my birthday. I don't feel like seeing anyone. Presuming this is the newcomer that I was gonna meet. Fuck, I forgot the toilet paper. Surprise! Come on, guys! And then they sing. I'm not doing it. Dead name! Oh! Oh, that's fun. Happy birthday. Did we surprise you? Come on, make a wish. I wish. Don't say it out loud or it won't come true. So this is the new witch that we're talking to. Welcome, I'm Fortuna. Nice to meet you. So, based on that sequence, they were depressed as shit. I'm gonna presume that they're somewhere on the trans spectrum, given that they have a dead name. And have either friends or family that are not very supportive of that. Based on the fact that they used the dead name. What's your name? I don't know. Oh, that's fine. I guess you're still figuring things out. First, I need to come to terms with being in outer space and having become a witch. That's right. You're a witch now, girl. How do you know I'm a woman? Only women can become witches, so there's no doubt about it. Everyone seems to be clearer than me on everything. Oh, okay. Seeing things a little bit clearer now. Presuming M to F, but they haven't transitioned yet. Either that or we're being incredibly transphobic, and I'm really hoping that's not the choice that we're doing here. I haven't even had the chance to get out of the closet to myself, but everyone here keeps addressing me as a woman. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you rather have me switch back to masculine pronouns? Hell no. Okay, so I was correct. Phew, okay, that's good. I'm just angry it didn't all happen on my terms. Well, you have an eternity ahead of you to enjoy your true self. I guess I should be celebrating. But I can't still picture myself out of this ugly beard and hoodie. I believe I can help you with that, if you'd like. What do you have in mind? Some sort of glow up? You'd be the one doing the transition. I'd just offer some guidance. It's not very different from what all of us witches had to go through. None of us ascended in these cool robes and hats. I'm an engineer. I wouldn't even know where to begin with designing an outfit. It'll all come to you. Trust me. Shall we perform a rite? I did it for my sister once. You can just relax. This one's a pretty cool moment in a witch's life. Ah, I'm in your hands. Whatever. First of all, I'm gonna summon a Fatemancer's disc to check on our chances of success for the ritual. Chances of success? Does this mean I can fail? Not really. It'll just mean it'll take more time for you to figure out your witch identity. But it'll come to you in time. Great. Just try to enjoy it. Sure. What do I have to do? There are many ways to go about this. My favourite one is by making some tea. I'm going to interview you to try and find some elements that are fundamental to your essence. I need to turn down this fucking music. It's so loud. Then we'll pour them into this teapot and brew a cathartic infusion. This sounds so surreal. But sure, I'm game. It can be pretty delicious. A good friend of mine taught me this method, and now I wouldn't go about it any other way. I'm kind of envious, since this is something a witch can only taste before transitioning. Are you ready? Of course. Interview the shit out of me. Ooh. What would your ideal aesthetic be? Don't have a single clue. Definitely not this. Use your instincts. Pour out any keywords that might come to mind. I don't know. What could be the opposite of this? I'm too embarrassed to say anything out loud, to be honest. I'm not comfortable speaking so openly about how I'd like to look. Take your time. Something flashy. Sexy. Ah shit, what am I saying? I feel like any look would be too big for me to fill. I want to feel good about myself, but I also don't want to overdo it. A witch isn't capable of overdoing her looks. You met Dahlia, right? Fuck yes, she is one hell of a woman. You're a hell of a woman too. I don't feel so ready to own that. Okay. How about something... I feel like they could do with a bit of empowering. Something empowering. I'd love that. Do you really think I could pull it off? I don't have any doubt. Okay, let's go with empowering then. Cool. Question. What would you dream of doing as a witch? Yes, cheeseburger costume. That is the answer. I don't know. What does a witch typically do? Eat children and curse towns? No. Well, not typically. You can do whatever you want. Some of us take care of magical gardens, some others craft daggers, some others organise cosmic orgies. That's my choice. That one! I'm in. Myself, I dabble in divination. I don't know. I just want to have fun. Make some true friendships, visit different places. I felt trapped for too long in my apartment. I want to be free. You can do all of that outside your occupation. Any crafts you may be interested in? I don't know. I was preparing myself to become a computer engineer. I also enjoy growing stuff. So, making potions? Or maybe an explorer? Any excuse to visit lots of cool places. They said they hated computer science. I don't know whether choosing scientist witch would be the one to go for. But also, like, Jasmine's a gardener witch, and I can't picture them being like Jasmine either. Hi, Laureline! Because our divination deck isn't... we don't read the cards Warlord. Whatever we write comes into existence. Whatever we choose is the future. We write fate, and we're trying to let this person choose themselves. Instead of being like, you're going to be this. Bam. But I also don't want to make them feel bad. Science doesn't mean you have to be put on a lab coat and do a lot of maths. Occult sciences can be really fun. Sure, I'll try it. Okay, now, question. See, that didn't go up, so that was obviously not the right choice to make. Tell me about yourself. What to say about myself? What do you like to do? Bit of your background. Whatever you think is essential to your being. When I was about 10 years old, I saw a boar trample a friend to death during a school trip. That is oddly specific. First thing that came to mind when I find myself thinking about it too often whenever my mind's idle. Of course, let it flow. I like electronic music, video games, spicy food, western movies, and gardening. See, a gardener witch would have been the better choice. Gardening can be a great asset for a witch. Well, I mostly grew marijuana and chili peppers. Is there pot in space? There is. Everything in the universe. But recreationally speaking, there's way better stuff that you can get a hold of now. Being a witch and all. Nice. I could do with some of that. Sure, I'll set you up with a friend of mine. Did you do anything creative? Not really. Maybe cooking? I love cooking, but too often I find myself too depressed to cook anything at all. Well, you have all the time in the world now. Sure. So did you find anything useful? Let's add recreational gardening. Will I become a witch dealer? In a sense, we're all dealers in our community. We don't have money, so we all offer our goods and services to the rest. That's cool. I have enough. Let's pour you a cup. The odds on that disc of yours aren't as high as I'd like them to be. They're good enough. Fill the rest with your willpower. You can do this. Alright, let's drink this. Cheers. Yay! She's a pretty lady. My goodness, you look amazing. The Peppermancer! Nice. You are stunning. Can't wait to get in front of a mirror, but I feel stunning myself, yes. I feel weightless. This is amazing, Fortuna. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Congratulations. How can I ever repay you? You just become the best witch you can be. Enjoy it. You can count on it. Can you feel it now? Your calling? Yes. I am the Peppermancer. That is so cool. What are your powers about? I don't know yet. Something spicy, that's for sure. I need to find a fitting name for this persona, and I need to figure out what I'm gonna do from now on. So many questions. I feel anxious and excited. I can help you out with that. My speciality is helping witches dealing with questions using my deck. Oh, Dahlia told me about that. I was kind of bummed when you decided to brew some tea instead of letting me see your deck. It's gotta be Belle. I can see that working. Although, I have a feeling that the game's gonna be like, your name's Polly the Peppermancer. It'd be my pleasure. And Bell Pepper, that's even funnier. I can see the game doing that. What do you say we look into the future to see what you call yourself, so you can start using your name right away? Yes, please. I can't go by Untitled Witch Project forever. Anything else you want to ask while we're at it? Fine with just that. Let's leave some room for discovery. Very well. Now focus on these questions while I shuffle my deck. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Okay, well, I don't want to do this one. I don't want to choose the negative choice for them. We've just helped them become a person. Like, no. Your talents will grow exponentially in a very short amount of time, and you will even get to surpass some of the oldest witches. Alright, straight to the top. What's the matter? That's good, isn't it? Yes, of course it's good. But I'm a bit worried about how some witches will react towards your meteoritic ascension. Why is that? Jealousy is a widespread disease among witches. Some of us will be extremely happy to see you thrive, but I can picture a great number of witches getting salty about it. Whatever. Haters gonna hate. The thing is that a community as intimate as ours, the hate from the haters can become a considerable nuisance. If it's something I should be worried about, can't we look at it with another card? Absolutely. We'll look into how the Coven is going to react. Nice, thank you. I want them to do well. Your unparalleled potential will earn you the utmost respect from the Coven. Yes. Dear Coven, get ready for some high-level peppermancy. Happy to see you all fired up. This is great news for you and for the Coven. I won't let you down. Thank you so much. Ooh, this is one of our good cards. Astrid, Faye, Nova. Ooh. All are great options. Right, I'm gonna look at their face. Astrid, Faye, Nova. Faye's the most normal name. But I think you're right. I feel like they look like a Fae. You are Faye, the Peppermancer. Whoa. Faye. Faye does feel like gardening. Like, I was looking at them and just, like, their vibe, and I was like... Yeah. Sounds so alien to me. Feels like stealing a name from the identity database or something. But I like it a lot. I'll do my best to live up to this name. Thank you so much, Fortuna. You are welcome, Faye. That's a wrap. How did you like my divination? Super cool. You've got a great talent. Although, I'm not sure if I'll resort to it again anytime soon. There's something dreadful in becoming aware of fate's existence, and knowing you can't escape it. Not that you're to blame, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it can cause that effect. I'm sure I'd lose it if I had a talent like yours. So tempting and so scary at the same time. I'll stick to the peppermancy. It can be maddening at times, yes. What are you planning to do now? Dahlia wanted to introduce me to more people, and now I feel ready for it, thanks to you. Happy to hear that. Please come and visit me anytime. I will. Goodbye. That was cool. Nobody at the window. Well, I don't want to create any more cards, I don't think. Not right now. Although... Ned, hi lovely. It is indeed. We haven't finished it yet. I don't think we're going to finish it today either. It's taking a while. But it's good. I'm enjoying it. Let's have a blue card. How are you doing today, Nat, my love? Hope you're doing well. Blue. Got the trident. Busy as the norm. Sick kid meetings. Damn, never stops with you, does it? I hope you managed to get some time to chill soon though, lovely. I'm doing alright though. I'm same as always really. I'm just kind of chilling. Which is nice. For once, just to be so yeah. Quite like it. Yeah. Do you have any idea what you'd want to do? Or is that asking a bit too much?
Oh.
Hi, Doctor. Hi, lovely. Oh, this is cool. I did, I think I saw you loaded up the other day. I did check if you were streaming it. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, ooh, is he back? I love designing pretty cards. Nope. .97%ed Thug City on Rocksmith earlier. Hard ass song at parts. I don't think I do very well on a game like that. I'm not gonna lie. I lack all the ability. No talent. Which is why I like to see you do it. Yeah, I love designing my own. The only problem is I have discovered that some of them don't line up quite perfectly, like central, and it's really triggered my OCD a couple of times. But if you ignore that, it's a really good game. I mean, it's a good game even with that, I guess. It just drives me bonkers sometimes. Unfinished ballad. Courage, communication, peace, and power. The deity in the shipwreck scrutinizes every secret. A message of resilience, a cry for the need of peace. The minister of secrets veils the inner truths of the heart. A flood of water can unleash hidden potentials. I want to study it. Heart in the face of conflict, understanding. Unbound power. That's a cool card. Okay, I'm glad I made that one. Oh, somebody's at the window. Yeah, I always tried. So my dad is a bass player. I mean, he plays all types of guitar, but bass is his favorite. And so I grew up playing, or like I grew up around instruments and like trying to play guitar, and I had some lessons, and I can admit I'm just not musically talented. I don't have that in me. My creativity has always been more art than music. But it means I have a strong appreciation for music. Who's this? Fortuna. Not cool. I had to learn you can get visitors now from other than you. Oh yeah. I don't know if you're aware of the current state of things, but we need to talk. Patrice. She's my sister. Right? Patrice was my sister, I think. Thanks, Nat. I want to get more into doing art. I used to love drawing. And then I genuinely haven't done any art since I came to university, and that was 6 years ago. So I'm kind of tempted to get myself an art book and some pens and see if I have any of that creativity left. I have to admit, I've been very inspired recently by playing games like this. Dredge in particular is one that I mentioned it while I was streaming it. Like, I miss drawing because like I could have been one of those people coming up with that. Went down a slightly different career path in the end, but you know. Okay, before we start on this, I'm gonna quickly pop to the bathroom. So I will be right back. I'm back. Hello. I didn't fall in. I hope you're proud of me. Okay. Let's see my sister. Fuck it. Chapter 5! Oh, it's a flashback. An inquiry into values. Things weren't as easy as you have them right now. When I was about the age of little Michael here, I was already working. What did you do, Grandma? I spent most of my childhood helping my mum sew work clothes for the farmers. I wish I had a job already. I hate school. My allowance is miserable. You make more from your allowance than I made sewing clothes. I got paid 30 cents apiece. What? Why did you even bother doing it? I had to help my mum. She was paid $2 apiece. But during those times, it was enough for us to get by. Why is everything more expensive now, Grandma? I don't think I'm ready to explain that. Ask your dad about inflation when you get home. Did your dad explain it to you? I'm afraid not. My dad died in the war, back in Spain. He didn't have time to teach me much, besides how to use a knife and how to cook a mean paella. I love Grandma's yellow rice. You sure do, beautiful. I'll make some paella tomorrow. What do you say? Yes. Yes, yes. Why did you come to America? First of all, this is not America. These are the United States. Okay, why did you come to the US? A couple of years after my dad was killed, my mum had to flee to France with me and your Auntie Fortuna to escape from the fascists. Then we moved to the US. What are fascists? Very mean people who don't like anyone who thinks differently from them, or simply is different. Are there any fascists in the US? Too many, I'd say. Oh no, what are we gonna do, Grandma? Don't worry about it. I'll protect you all. Tell us more stories about Aunt Fortuna. You know, this is the perfect place for it, since I was on this very beach when I saw your aunt for the last time. It was here where she died? I've told you 1,000 times, your Aunt Fortuna didn't die. She went to live in the stars. Come on, I'm old enough already. But it's true. No, the fascists don't like the different people, Doctor. You're the ones they don't like. We drove here on a beautiful summer night. Just the two of us and our friend Eva. I love Eva. She gives me candy. Yes, Eva's always been a sweetheart. Fortuna made a delicious pizza, and we opened a nice bottle of grape juice. Have fun, Warlord! Don't die! Wine. Yes, wine, Maria Fortuna. I want wine! That night, there was this beautiful meteor shower, so the three of us made a wish. I asked for my sister to be happy. She wasn't happy? She had a good life here, but she needed more. Your auntie is magical. She always had special powers. But this world wasn't ready for all she had to give. Out of the blue, she said, I want to be a witch. I'm scared. Shh, Michael, it's alright. She's a good witch. Then she got up and started walking towards the sea. The stars fell upon her from the sky, but also rose to embrace her from the bottom of the ocean. She walked until she disappeared into the water. She drowned then. No, she went to live in the stars. Don't make me repeat myself. Her body was never found, so she didn't drown. She's in a magical place now, watching over us. Why doesn't she come visit us? That I don't know, sweetheart. This is my sister now? Fuck yeah, she's badass. She has a cane. That's so cute. Hello, Fortuna. I know, you're upset. At this point, I'd say I'm more disillusioned than upset. When were you planning on telling me you accept visitors? No, you're cute, Doctor. Didn't want to worry you until I figured out this mess. So you managed to get yourself into a new mess, even in exile. I don't know why I even keep caring at this point. What do I need to do for you? For you to let your big sister in? Have I ever failed you? Patrice, come on. I've explained this to you too many times already. You are in. It's just that I don't like to be saved. I mean, I get that. And you're always too quick to make my own problems your own. I want you to be my friend, not my mum. Although, not even our mum entreated as much as you do. Oh, I know. Who do you think changed your diapers and took you to school? Ugh, not this again. Listen, it's been 2 centuries since I last saw you. Why don't we skip this part and cut to the tense and cordial conversation? Fine. How's Juliet doing? You still together? Ah, no. That had to end. We broke up about 50 years ago. What happened? She went and joined the arbitrage office willingly. Can you believe it? Well, why did she do that? She was overwhelmed by what being a witch implies. All that freedom, the directionlessness. She depended a lot on me to decide how to use her time. But I'm not the kind to become anybody's conductor. She was fine whenever she was busy, but every time I needed my space, she had severe episodes of anxiety and depression. She knew she was hurting us both, so in the end her solution was to forego her freedom. Congratulations, Warlord! I give you a sticker. From what she's told me in her letters, becoming an arbiter gave her a mission and a purpose. What a shame. Well, whatever works, I guess. Existential dread is a widespread disease among witches. The irony of immortality. How's work? Oh, you know, keeping up with the thrilling life of the archivist. Why don't you switch jobs if you find it so dull? No, I mean it. At first I took it because I needed to come to terms with this new reality you dragged me into. But now I'm hooked. Occult sciences? Actual occult, I mean. Not Earth's Esoterism. Jeez. There's so many big words. It's so stimulating. It feels like picking reality apart. Like I'm on the verge of a scientific breakthrough every day. I'm this close to start writing my own treatise. I'm eager to blow some witches' minds with the reframing of the occult I'm thinking about. Whoa, that sounds exciting. Alright. Will you read it? Of course. You don't need to ask. Well, you didn't read a single novel of mine back when we were mortals. Ah, I'm not as interested in lesbian pulp novels as I am in occult stuff. Fair enough, I guess. Are you still checking on your descendants? Nah, I got bored a couple of generations ago. It was important to me to veil over Maria Fortuna, Eric, Michael, and the rest. And I was genuinely curious about how they raised their children. What became of them all? I don't know, the ego trip of witnessing one's legacy. But at some point, it lost all meaning, just became voyeurism, watching strangers go about their lives. They stopped talking about you, huh? Shut up. I know you too well. Prig. What about you? What have you done this time? What are you implying? Something embarrassing, dangerous, or illegal, I'm sure. I really want to show Abramar. Fuck it. Fine. Show yourself, Abramar. Holy fuck, Fortuna. A motherfucking behemoth? Pleased to meet you, Patrice. And it talks! What do you mean, it talks? We behemoths fucking invented language. And I'm not an it. Please refer to me as he. What have you done, Fortuna? I did what I had to do to survive. Survive? This will get you executed, erased from the cosmos. I was living death anyway. 200 years alone on this rock is worse than oblivion, Patrice. Ugh, who could blame me, really? Fucking Adana. We have to use the elections as an opportunity to save your ass. I can start by calling in some favours, see if we can get you in the running. Patrice. What? You're doing it again. Stop. This is my mess. I can handle it. You can't handle shit. Look at the situation you've gotten yourself into. I've been a witch for decades longer than you. I don't need your lessons. You may have been my big sister back on Earth, but not anymore. In fact, you're the little sister now. Know your place. What did you just say, you ungrateful piece of shit? You heard me. It's my turn to protect you. Just by colluding with me on this behemoth issue, you could be punished too. I didn't even tell my best friends. That's why I didn't want to get you involved. I mean, look, I would be on Patrice's side, right? But I love Abramar. I love our demon daddy. The fucking nerve. I don't need your help. The sooner you get that into your head, the better. Why did you turn me into a witch then? I did not turn you into a witch. You were destined to become one. How many times do we have to go over this? I just read the cards. Wait. What? Oh my god. Are you alright? I did turn you into a witch. Oh my god, oh my god. I'm so sorry, Patrice. What are you on about? What? You're sorry now? What's going on? Oh shit, your bone cancer. Oh shit, oh my fucking life. Fortuna, easy. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. I've recently learned something about my divination that, well, it changes everything. What is going on? I'm not a reader. I'm a writer. What the hell does that mean? Idana's corpse visited me recently. She told me why she sent me into exile, and why she took away my deck. I'm not seeing the future. I'm deciding it. Forging what's ahead. I killed you. Whoa, slow down. First of all, we were kids. You are not responsible for my fate, no matter the forces behind it. I gave you fucking cancer. Hey, shut it. I had a great life. If not cancer, it would have been a truck. Or the aftermath of all the drugs I did. I do not hold you accountable for any of that. Still, I'm so sorry. And then, you're right, you've always been right. I turned you into a witch. I couldn't bear you dying, and I dragged your soul into space. Well, I do hold you accountable for that. Not that I hate it, being a witch. Beats eternal slumber. However, I think you owe me. You must let me in. You wanted me back in your life so bad you pulled me out of death's embrace. Now own it. This is too much, Patrice. I don't want to read the cards anymore. The responsibility is overwhelming. Ugh. Listen. I see how your powers present quite an ethical conundrum. But we're not on Earth anymore. I haven't met a single witch that isn't fucking overpowered and exploiting her abilities to satisfy her ambitions. I mean, maybe we'll get our comeuppance. I did make a deal. You're like a super witch, so what? Use your powers to do good or whatever. I don't know, Patrice. Moreover, I believe you should act on it. Like that spider guy that Eva liked. Just gonna turn off my raids. There you go. Having great power and not using it is irresponsible. It doesn't go like that. No? Well, you get me. But where do I draw the line? Case by case. I know you're a good person. I'm not afraid of letting you tamper with fate. Read the cards for me. Come on. Really? What about? Read into my end. What? No. Come on. We all have an expiry date. Even witches. Write me a beautiful death. Patrice. You know, being aware of how I was meant to die gave me supernatural powers back when I was immortal. It is weird, but I miss that powerful dread. Please, Fortuna, grant me illumination once again. Alright. I love you, Patrice. I love you too. She's so cool. And let me tell you, this is the last time you make me read into your end. You get reincarnated or whatever, you deal with the pain of being alive just like the rest of us. Deal. Wait, how does this new deck of yours work? For you it's gonna be the same. Mechanically speaking, it's just like tarot. But I crafted this deck myself, capturing arcana inside the cards. So I can fine-tune my style of divination, and don't need to be so dependent on the classic tarot symbols. Wow, cool. Okay, show me what you've got. Oh, I got the new card. Courage, Communication, Peace, and Power. It's probably the best one we could have pulled. Fuck! There's only one option. Okay, that's fine. Fuck, Patrice. You're making me do this. You are going to die at the hands of a behemoth. I don't think there was ever going to be another option for that, because this is the most positive card we've created. I think this is how it's meant to go, and I hate it. I hate it. Well, it sounds better than bone cancer. Can you feel when? This year. Oh. I'm sorry, Patrice. Better start living witch life to the max, huh? How can you remain so calm in the face of certain death? What can I say? This isn't my first rodeo. I'm glad I asked you to read into my end. I had a lot of stupid plans that I can ditch now. I think I'll go and try my luck at using the forbidden door to pleasure. I've got nothing to use. Just gonna use the orgasm door. Let's go. Ugh, this is so liberating. Patrice. Is it Abramar? The one who'll kill me? Oh, I'm killing my sister. I completely forgot about this. I made a deal at the beginning of the game that he could take the life of the one I love most. Because at the time, there was nobody else in my life. And apparently I've offered off my sister. As payment for my freedom and this deck. So you love me that much, huh? I don't know what to say. I didn't even think about who it was that I loved the most when I signed the contract. It's fine, Fortuna. I wouldn't want it any other way. I'd give my life for you any day. Anything for my little sister. Come on, don't cry. I had a good run. I'm just happy I get to save you in the end. Big sister status restored. Shut up. Let's focus on how to get you out of this mess so my sacrifice isn't in vain. Will you let me help you? Yes, please. Alright. I want you to run for leader. What? No. I'm deadly serious. When I learned that Odana died and the coven needed a new leader, I automatically thought of you. Your divination makes you the perfect candidate. That's why it pissed me off extra to discover that you could receive visitors this late. We've already lost a lot of time that we could have put into preparing your campaign. Dahlia and Jasmine are already running. So? They call dibs on the seat or what? Things will get too tense if I decide to run now. We'll have to deal with it, for God's sake. We're all centuries old. I expect, demand, a certain degree of maturity from all of us. You have exactly the same right to run for leader. That's fine and all, but I already told Dahlia I'd help her become the next leader. What a pity. Let's hope she takes it well when you tell her you're running for leader yourself. I don't want to run. Come on, Fortuna. You gonna make me beg? It's not a matter of begging. Running a coven requires way more manipulating the future. Way more than manipulating the future. I'm not ready for that. But you are. You're sensitive and smart. Plus you can scry what's ahead. Or, well, write what's ahead. Whatever. I'll help you with the bureaucracy. We'll make a fine team. No. I'm helping Dahlia. A waste, but I won't force your hand. We can still do a lot of good if the future leader has you as an advisor. Let's invite Dahlia and see how we can help with her campaign. There's 2 achievements tied to you having either Dahlia or Jasmine win the campaign and you support them. And there's only 1 achievement behind running yourself. So I'm making the achievement beneficial decisions. And then I'll do the other ones next time. I'm going to do some scouting, and I'll come back with a picture of the current political landscape. Then we can review the hottest topics with the team. Okay, this is all moving so fast. Don't worry, I'll make it easy for you. See you in a bit. Get your deck in order, relax a bit, talk with your friends, and we'll set everything in motion when I come back. Understood. See you later. What a bossy sister. Tell me about it. The air seal didn't seem to make a dent on her. I'm a bit disappointed in my magic. We've come a long way. There's no magic in this universe that's going to make my sister afraid of me. I'm beginning to think I sided with the wrong sister. Shut up. So, shit is getting real. You excited? After summoning a behemoth, this is child's play. This promises to be a fun ride, I see. Okay then, what do you need me to do? What do you mean? For example, do you want me to deliver a letter to summon Dahlia and Jasmine to let them hear about your final stance? Good idea. A friendly reunion before the race. You never know how gruesome things will get, and the three of us didn't have the chance to meet just to hang out like old times. So, do invite them, please. I will. I'm glad you let Patrice know about me. You don't have to worry. She's loyal. Oh no, I'm not worried. On the contrary, I'm eager to team up with her. Team up? Come on. You have a behemoth on your side, and you're planning on not using me during the campaign? Just let your sister know about my skills. I'm sure she'll put them to good use. I can spy on opponents, dig up some dirt, spin the cosmic wheel a bit in your favour. You know. Okay, I guess that's a great resource. But don't you do anything without our approval. Absolutely. It may not look like it, but I'm a team player. Yeah, sure. I think I'm gonna lay down for a bit now. I need some rest before facing the mess I've gotten myself into. I'll talk to you later. You dream about sacred security. You are performing a dance in front of 100 jade statues. You dance and sweat for 3 full days. You fail the final step, and the statues crumble, and you are engulfed in black flames. You enjoy it. What a fucking wild dream. Okay. I'm gonna end stream here. Start of a new day. Haven't gotten into a lot of the chaos yet. It's been just over 3 hours. I think it's a pretty good place to take a pause. That was good though. I love this game. I think it's going to take a few more streams actually. I was hoping like maybe I'd get it done, if not this stream, but next stream. But I'm starting to think it's going to take roughly a stream per chapter, and I'm only on 5, and I think there's 7. Yeah, there's 7, so 2 more streams.
Okay, I know this is a really bad idea, but I'm already here, so here we fucking go. Rawr, Extra noses pounces on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your bolts from across the floor. Noses your Nicky Wicky till day Matilda, hee hee. Unzips your
I'd sing
baggiest
with my
pants, oh
throat
baby,
so
you
full.
so musky. Take me home, pet me, and make me yours, and don't forget to stuff me. See me like my widow, baby, tail off for your bulgy. Kisses and lickies your neck. I hope daddy likey nuzzles and wuzzles your chest. I be getting thirsty. Hey, I got a little itch. You think you can help me? Only 7 inches long. Ooh, please adopt me. Paws on your butt as I lick my lips. Ooh, punish me, please. Gotta hit him with this furry shit. He don't see it coming.
I'm sorry I didn't sing as much as normal, Doctor. I have been talking for 3.5 hours non-stop. Which is, it's quite something. But, okay, what we're going to do is we are going to end here. Let me move over. Lovely. Let's find somebody to raid. Yeah. Who's on? God, I need to buy a new mouse. Trying to use this one's like so painful. Thank you, Olad. I think I know who we're gonna go raid as well. Exactly. No, we are going to go and raid the very lovely Happy Kraken. I'm sure most of us are familiar with Happy Kraken by now. I think I have raided them before, but it's been a very long time. Kraken is a Sea of Thieves partner and a Palia partner. Now, they are currently playing Palia. Palia is a game that I quite enjoy, but I haven't streamed. It's quite cozy. So I thought it'd be fitting with the game that we've just been playing. Show you a Happy Kraken? I bet you will. If you are following but not subscribed, please use the !raid command, and if you happen to be one of my very lucky subscribers, please use the !subraid command to share my emotes in her chat. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me today. I wasn't sure what I was going to play. I was very tempted by Caught the Lamb, but the extension still doesn't work for me, so I thought until I get that fixed, there's not really a lot of point. And I want to do some more Fields of Mystery soon, because I love that game so much. I won't be live tomorrow, but possibly the day after. I will let you know, if not Monday for sure. Everybody have a great rest of your time zone, and I'll see you all super soon. Bye everybody!